Let's get started. How to flourish in your life. This is one of my favorite subjects ever as we delve into part 2 of this series of thinking, keys to helping you thrive personally and professionally. I'm Jennifer Kitt. I am so pleased to be your coach and your guide for this brief mini-nar that we're going to have. I'm hoping that some nuggets that are dropped here right now will help your life move to that next level. Thank you again for joining me today. So, keys to thriving personally and professionally. What does that look like in our lives? Here's the big idea today. Love, love, love this quote, along with everyone else in the world after we heard Michelle Obama say it. Here's the big idea for today as we talk about part 2, how to thrive personally and professionally by flourishing. She said, nationwide, when they go low, we go high. I know that Ms. Obama was talking particularly about the ugly way that politics really can be sometimes, the ugly things that people can say about you. But our big idea for today, as you're going to see as we talk about this key to flourishing, is not so much about behavior, although it will impact behavior, but specifically to the big idea about going high or versus going low is talking about your thoughts and my thoughts. Yes, the things that are going on between our two ears, the thoughts that they have, instead of going low with your thoughts, with my thoughts, we've got to go high. So when those thoughts try to begin to bring us down, either thoughts that we're telling ourselves or thoughts that other people are trying to say to us to bring us down, we've got to go high. That's what the key to thriving that we're talking today looks like. In fact, here's the second key to flourishing. Level up your thoughts. Let's start, and if you have your workbooks, write down our definition that we have to have of flourishing, right? Flourishing, as I stated, it means that you are growing, that you're developing in a healthy and vigorous way. Health and vigor. Those are the two things that you want to look for in your life overall. Signify that you're flourishing, but you also want to have developing, growing, and vigorous thoughts. That's the way that you grow, that I grow, that we develop, that we are flourishing in our lives. It's not so much out there as much as it is in here that produces our out there. So when you're thinking about it, the second key, we've got to level up those thoughts. Remember, when the thoughts try to bring you down low, Michelle Obama, you've got to go high. That's called leveling up. In your workbooks, I want you to write down a couple of points here. So the first key, the second key to flourishing is leveling up your thoughts. In your workbook, here are some key thought facts. Number 1, your thoughts are either catapulting your life higher or they're making your life sink lower. Think about it. Catapulting high or sinking low, all depending on what's going on between your two ears. Number 2, write this in. Your thoughts are aiming you toward ordinary living or extraordinary living. Ordinary, every day, same as everyone else, or extraordinary. Personally, your life thoughts are either making your life ordinary or they're making it extraordinary. Professionally, your thoughts are either making your profession or your professional career ordinary or extraordinary. It's not depending on your job title or what your boss is doing or what he's not doing or what she is not doing. It depends on what you've got going on between your two ears, in your head, in your thought life. And then number 3, you're going to write this in. Your thoughts are either causing you to strive for mediocrity, just enough, or for greatness. The choice of what you think is up to you. I had breakfast with a friend this morning, and we were talking about designing our lives for greatness. In order to level up, in order to get to that next level, yes, there are some things that you have to do in your career externally to make that happen. But to sustain the greatness, to move from ordinary to extraordinary, to move from mediocrity to great living, you've got to have leveled up thoughts, next level thinking. So for today, there's three things that I want you to think about. I want you to think about what are your 1 to 3 low level thoughts. Example, maybe you're thinking, I'm making just enough. Maybe you're thinking, that business or that side hustle, I don't really know that I can do it. Maybe you're thinking, I know we fight a lot in our relationship, but you know what? This is better than having nothing. No, 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 no. The key to thriving, to flourishing like plants, like gardens, like beautiful things that grow is to make sure that that environment is extraordinary for the growth to happen. So in your workbook, I want you to write down these things. You need to transform your thoughts from small to large. I'll give you an example. Earlier this week, I had lunch with a friend of mine, and we were having lunch. I was telling him about my organization, some of the things that we're doing, and he stopped me and he said, so what's your goal for this year? And I said, well, reach about the same number of people that we did last year. He said, absolutely not, Jennifer. Now, this was so good for me. Small thinking, right? Oh, we impacted 10,000 last year. If we do the same, hey, that's good enough, isn't it? He said, absolutely not. With the way that your organization is run and the things that you are doing, he said, I dare you. I challenge you to think this thought, to bring this thought to your board. How about reaching 1 million people in the next 3 to 5 years? I had to put down my fork, put down my knife. Whoa, yes, why not? Small thinking? No, large thinking. I want to be a major player on the world stage, and so do you. You want to be a major player in your personal and professional life. So we've got to transform from small to large. Number 2, we've got to transform our thinking from the same kind of thinking that everybody else thinks to different thinking. How could I reach 1 million people in 3 to 5 years? That requires a different level of thinking. The thinking that got us at the 10,000 people impact number, it's not the same level of thinking that's going to take to get to 1 million. So when I brought that to my executive team, we were like, whoa, we've got to begin to think about strategy that's different. I want you to transform your thinking from the same, like everyone else's marriage, like everyone else's kids, like everyone else's finances. No, not for you, not for me. We've got to have different thoughts that level up our thinking. And finally, I want you to transform your thinking from stinking thinking, to powerful thinking. No more garbage thinking. Greatness thinking is where we've got to go. No more whatever you can take out with the trash kind of thinking. No, it's got to be transformed thinking that's going to get you where you want to be and get me where I want to be, personally and professionally. So today, mini-NAR, remember, small nuggets that are loaded with information. I want you to think about leveling up your thinking. When your thoughts try to bring you down low, remember Michelle Obama's words, you got to move high. When they go low, you go high. When your thoughts go low, you got to turn those babies around to make them go high. And you're going to transform your thinking. The most destructive thinking that you have right now, you're going to transform it from small to large, from same to different, and from stinking to powerful, or from garbage to greatness. This way, you can begin to thrive personally and professionally. I want you to stay connected. Instagram, on the web, all over social media. My name, Jennifer Kitt, K-E-I-T-T, and or you can visit me at powerherx.com. I hope you have an extraordinary day and that you level up those thoughts so that you can thrive personally and professionally.